I'm Jordy.
And I'm Steven.
And this is Thorndale Theater Talk. This is a podcast where we talk about movies, TV shows, and everything in the entertainment industry. Is that right?
That is correct, sir. That is correct.
Thanks for confirming for me.
Yes, that's what I do. I confirm things. Confirm.
That's all you have to say.
Confirm.
All right, so remember. All right, pump the brakes. Sorry.
Confirm.
Remember to follow us on Instagram at Steven Centrella, on Twitter at Thorndale Talk, our official Twitter page, at Kibbles312, and at Steven Centrella, and then our Facebook page, Thorndale Theater Talk, and to follow our YouTube channel, Thorndale Theater Talk, to subscribe, comment, just click on a button, and then say a few words. Tell us what you want to hear.
Hell yeah. Do
you make the sound?
Clicking buttons.
You're clicking buttons? I get it. And remember to listen to our 60 other episodes on podcast streaming services like Spotify, Breaker, and Apple Podcast.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
All right, Steve-O. What was the movie of the week for you?
My movie of the week this week that I watched was Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot.
Are you reading it aloud to people?
Yeah. It's the movie with Joaquin Phoenix, Jonah Hill, Jack Black, Rooney Mara. So basically, the movie is about a guy who's an alcoholic and how he kind of becomes famous based on his cartoons that he draws. And they're very controversial. Some people love them, a lot of people hate them, but he's getting his name out there. But also due to his alcoholism, he was in a tragic accident. So the movie's a lot about him kind of mostly facing his demons, really. So it's him going through AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, and then him trying to achieve those steps, as well as trying to adjust life after his accident. I won't spoil what the accident is. I'll let you watch it. But yeah, so it's a very interesting movie. I will admit it's a little slow at parts. But again, for the type of movie it is, I feel like there's no way this movie's gonna be upbeat, catch your attention. It moves slow, but it's a good story. Very solid story, very interesting. Joaquin Phoenix's performance is great. Jonah Hill, his performance is great, but I love his hair, so it's clearly a wig, and then the outfits he wears, his character is just so interesting, just because of course this is a character that Jonah Hill plays. It's very entertaining on that part, because when I first watched him, I'm just that is Jonah Hill, and that's a nice hairdo he's got, and interesting outfit, and just the way he's talking, and it's just very entertaining, his character. So definitely worth watching. It is on Amazon of the Prime of Amazon. You can watch it if you have Prime for free. If not, you can pay, I think it's $3.99, something like that. But yeah,
just make your own jingle.
Yeah.
Nice.
But definitely something worth watching on the Amazon of Prime, called, just one more time, Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot. So, Jordy, what was your movie of the week? Why was your movie of the week? How was your movie of the week?
My movie of the week, finally, that took me so long to find, or finally was on Amazon Prime, is Arrival.
Arrival. Did they arrive?
Arrival. They did arrive.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure.
Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner, and I think it was Forrest Whitaker, and it's about aliens landing on the planet and us figuring out why are they here.
So they did arrive. Wow.
Yes.
All right.
Amy Adams plays this very famous translator of different languages. She can
She can speak alien?
No, Steve, just let me speak.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So obviously she doesn't, but because of her knowledge of translating each language, she obviously knows how language works and what goes with what. So it's they use her help to figure out how to communicate with the aliens, to figure out what they're doing here. And Jeremy Renner helps out because he's a famous scientist. That's the first 5 minutes, basically. Wow. And then it's this whole well-written story. I don't want to say anything else because you should see it. But as you see the movie progressing and how they tell the story, you're like, oh, this this makes sense. Like, I get it. But then something happens in the middle or like the end, and then you're just like, whoa, like this is even more well written than you would expect. And Denis Villeneuve, his directing is phenomenal. So I think this is either this or Blade Runner 2049 are my top 2 favorites. He's such a good director, and I'm pumped for Dune.
If you had to pick one, which one was the better movie?
I'm only picking Arrival because Blade Runner 2049 is so fucking good, but it's 2 hours and 45 minutes, so it's like
it's a long movie.
It's a long ass movie. Arrival is like, I think it's just under 2 hours, so it's well made, well paced. I highly recommend it. This is one of my favorite movies I think I've seen in our like whatever weekly movie of the week thing.
Weekly movie of the week. Yeah.
Our movie of the week.
Weekly movie of the week. I like it.
Sure, even though I'm repeating myself, but I highly recommend it. It's on Amazon Prime. You will not be disappointed. It is such a good movie.
You hear that now? Jordy says he promised you will not be disappointed.
No.
And
it is so good.
It is on the Prime of the Amazon.
It is on the Prime of the Amazon.
Love it.
All right, Steve-O, what's your movie of the week for this week?
So my movie this week is going to be Captain Fantastic. It is on
really
the Net of Flicks, the Flicks of Net. So yeah, it's a very interesting movie. It's a drama comedy movie. So basically, the movie is about this family that has lived kind of outside of society, living in nature, and then after the mother has passed, the father has to resort taking the children outside the environment they grew up in and into the real world. So the children were growing up in the nature, like
right.
away from society, don't know technology, and now they're being forced to be uprooted into this, again, cultural shocking world for them.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting concept of movie. I can't wait to watch it. We got
Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah, Viggo Mortensen, who's in it. Aragorn from The Lord of the Rings, and also, if you've seen Green Book, he's the main character in that. So
he's a very good actor.
Yeah, very great actor. So I'm excited for this movie. Should be fun.
Yeah. I've heard good things. So
yeah,
I think it got like a 7.99 DB.
I'm the sure. Ratings on it. Yeah, 7.9 on the IMDb, 82% on the Rotten of Tomatoes. So some solid reviews.
That's solid reviews.
Yeah.
Viggo's a very good actor.
He is.
It says that Frank Langella and Kathryn Hahn are in it.
Oh, yeah.
Which is cool.
Right on.
So Frank Langella, who played Richard Nixon in Frost Nixon and other things, but that's
and we all know who Kathryn Hahn is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think we all know. Step Brothers. You gotta tell people. Step Brothers. She was in WandaVision.
There you go.
You really wanted me to say that.
But yeah, the movie came out in 2016, so it's a few years old, almost 5 years, but yeah, I'm excited to watch it. Remember, it's on the Net of Flicks, the Flicks of Net. So that's my movie of the week. So what is going to be your movie of the week?
My movie of the week, surprisingly, I've never heard of until searching for a movie of the week. I'm pretty excited. It's called True Romance.
Ooh, you've never seen True Romance?
So you've seen True Romance?
Yeah.
I've never seen True Romance.
Yeah. Wow. That's actually interesting. Okay.
What? Go screw yourself.
I'm just saying.
I'm excited.
I thought you would have heard that movie. Quentin Tarantino was involved in that.
Yeah, I know. He wrote it.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I got interested.
Yeah.
It's directed by Tony Scott, who was Ridley Scott's brother, who unfortunately passed away about 10-ish years ago.
Yeah.
And he's directed a lot of movies. He directed Man on Fire. He did a lot of big name movies, and I'm just blanking out on right now. But he's a very good director. The cast: Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, Val Kilmer, Gary Oldman, Brad Pitt, Christopher Walken, Samuel L. Jackson, Michael Rappaport. I think those are all the big name ones on there, but that's a pretty damn well cast.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. It says in Detroit, a lonely pop culture geek marries a call girl, steals cocaine from her pimp, and tries to sell it in Hollywood. Meanwhile, the owners of the cocaine, the mob, track them down in an attempt to reclaim it. That sounds like the most Quentin Tarantino-esque written movie, especially in his earlier days.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited. However, it is only on Stars. So I luckily have premium channels, so I'm going to watch it on...
I would say that's where I No.
It is on Amazon Prime, but it says like it's only if you have Stars. But I'm not positive if you can just rent it on Amazon Prime. So
probably rent it on Amazon Prime.
I'm not telling you can there, but if you have Stars, you can. I'm very excited. I love Tarantino's dialogue. He's one of my favorite writers. Every directing movie he's done, he wrote, and it's all of them are so engaging. And he wrote From Dusk Till Dawn, which is kind of like a good comedy horror movie that he like was involved in writing. And this movie got amazing reviews, so I'm very stoked.
I think this will turn into one of your
favorites,
top favorite Quentin Tarantino movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though Tarantino involved, he didn't really direct. He didn't direct.
He wrote it. Though.
Yeah, no, he wrote it.
Yeah, I would say this will probably be up there.
My goal, I already have. I'm going to do one of his other written ones for my next movie of the week that I figured out that I haven't seen. So
I think this movie will be up there for you.
Thank you.
It's
good to hear. I love Tarantino's dialogue. I love his movies, but his dialogue is so.
If you had to put a top 5 Tarantino movies, it might dwindle to that 5, may hit that 6.
For me or for you?
I'm saying for you.
What about for you?
Oh, I won't get involved. But
get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah, I think you're gonna enjoy this movie.
I'm very, very excited.
So
I'm very, very excited. So is it time to get to the news, Steve-O?
It is time to get to the news. So, Jordy, where do we get our news from?
ScreenRant.com.
Damn straight. We get it from ScreenRant.com.
Is that loud enough?
You're saying with, gusto, and I love it. You're finally,
embracing it.
Embracing it. There you go.
Embracing it.
Embracing.
It looks like you're doing something. All right. Let's get to it.
So, first big piece of news that happened this past week. Knives Out 2 has made some major castings. They've added Catherine Hahn. They've added Edward Norton. And then they've added
Janelle Monáe.
So they've added some big name actors.
Yes, they have.
As well as David Bautista that we mentioned last week. So
David Bautista.
Bautista, my bad.
It's okay, but that's kind of getting involved of how the first Knives Out was, because if you haven't seen Knives Out, first of all, see it. It's really, really good.
Very good.
And that cast is also stacked as hell. Yeah. So it's kind of, getting a lot of these big name actors and actresses doing a Knives Out too. So that's cool to see kind of the relations, at least in that sense.
Exactly. So we'll be on the lookout for more castings, because I guarantee we'll see a lot more big names.
A couple more. I don't know how big. It might be a completely different. It won't be like a family. It'll be probably something else.
I don't know, but you're right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but you're probably right. It won't be a family, but
I'm sure they'll see you.
We'll probably still see a few more big names added to this cast.
And remembering Daniel Craig is reprising.
Yeah,
so that's the whole where it's all around.
Yeah. Big piece of news there. So
excited.
Get excited.
I'm also excited for this.
Yes. Next big piece. Since you're excited, you take this one.
Okay. Joel Coen, who is one of the Coen brothers, who, they're known as the Coen brothers because they direct a lot of stuff together, but it looks like he's doing it himself. This directing of The Tragedy of Macbeth to release in theaters and Apple TV Plus. And it's produced by A24, who a lot of people have finally, or not noticed, but A24 knows what the hell they're doing.
They are a great production.
Yeah. And it's led by Denzel Washington.
I think basketball's on your mind.
Denzel Washington and Frances McDormand. So obviously that's an unbelievable first two names that you just see.
Yep.
And one of the Coen brothers is directing it, and I trust it completely from there on. And A24 producing is a lot of things behind it. Do we know when it's released? The actual date?
It did not say, from what I remember.
No. As of right now, we don't know, but it's probably this year, because I think it said it finished filming in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, after concluding filming in July 2020. So it'll be this year, I'm pretty sure. But it will be on Apple TV Plus and releasing in theaters at the same time.
So, double whammy. So, if you don't want to go to theaters, you could watch it on Apple TV Plus. And
I personally will probably see it in theaters.
I'll probably see it in theaters, too.
I think...
But,
nothing. You can do however you want to watch it. It's just... This has a lot of promise.
It does. It has a lot of promise. I'm excited for this. Big Denzel Washington fan, too. And, some exciting stuff.
I'm excited for this year in movies because so many things have been pushed back. And obviously 2020 was 2020. And not even just with the whole pandemic and entertainment, movie-related news. Obviously there wasn't a lot of movies that came out.
Not a lot to rave about.
Yeah, well, there's just not a lot that came out.
Yeah.
I mean, Palm Springs, I still think might be my favorite. It's close. But you can now see the things that are getting pushed back are starting to be rolling out, and I think that, what's the movie? Jeez. A Quiet Place Part 2 will kind of start the hall of people saying, oh, we should start releasing things in theaters. Hopefully Quiet Place Part 2 does well in theaters. Obviously, go in your own discretion if you want to or not.
Right.
But at least do somewhat well to see, okay, theaters are starting to come back into place.
Exactly.
That's all I got. Sorry.
All right.
That was my rant.
That was a good rant. I loved it.
Thanks, man. I don't know if you're being sarcastic.
Next piece of news. So new Oscar Isaac movie, Card Counter, release date for this September. So Focus Features set at September to release this new movie, The Card Counter. It's Paul Schrader who's directing it and who also wrote it. If you don't know who he is, he's a big writer mostly. He wrote Taxi Driver. He wrote Raging Bull.
Those are the big two name ones, at least that I've noticed.
If you don't know those movies, then get on it.
All right. I'm going to say something that's going to shock you.
Yeah, well, you've never seen either of those movies.
No, I've seen Taxi Driver. I haven't seen Raging Bull.
Okay, fine.
I'm a half-half.
What's the other thing that's going to be shocking?
Why I haven't seen Raging Bull?
At least you saw half, so it's not
that it's not that bad. I have seen Taxi Driver.
If you were about to tell me you haven't seen both, then I was prepared to slap you.
But you took it back because of that, so thank you.
You've seen Taxi Driver. So.
Yeah, Taxi Driver's great.
That's a great movie.
Movie.
You would love Raging Bull.
I know. I want to see it.
Yeah.
That should be one of my movie of the weeks.
You should watch it, for sure.
Thanks.
But yeah, so be on the lookout for that movie. A few other... William Dafoe's also in the movie.
Yes.
As well as...
Tiffany Haddish. And Ty Sheridan, who is the main character in
Ready Player
One. He's been in other things too.
He was also in the X-Men revival movies that happened.
I know.
The one with...
is it First Class?
Well, no. So he was after the First Class.
Oh, okay.
So the ones with...
Because wasn't he the laser eye guy? I don't know his name. I don't remember X-Men. Cyclops? Okay. Yeah. I don't know X-Men too well.
Yes. But, yeah, so he'll be in this movie as well. So you got a solid cast. Great writer. He's directing it, but we'll see how his directing style goes for this movie. So just be on the lookout for that in September. All right. Next piece of news. Jordy, I know you like this movie, so I'm going to let you take this one.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lighthouse director's new film, The Northman, gets 2022 release date. So the director of The Lighthouse, Robert Eggers, I think.
Eggers, yeah.
Is now set to be released in theaters on Friday, April 8th, 2022. Do I know who's in it? Not right now. Give me 5 seconds.
But yeah, in the meantime, if you haven't seen Lighthouse, you could check that out. I think it's still on Amazon Prime. But yeah, Lighthouse is a very interesting movie, so I'm very curious on what this director, his next project, really.
Yeah, so it's Anya Taylor-Joy, who's the main actress in Queen's Gambit, and has been on a lot of other stuff, but that's her big thing. Alexander Skarsgård, Nicole Kidman, Ethan Hawke, Willem Dafoe again, so...
Willem Dafoe, making back-to-back.
Willem Dafoe's a great actor.
He's a great actor.
So, yeah, The Lighthouse is a very interesting movie. I still don't know... I wouldn't say... I guess I like it, but it's on the realm of... It reminds me of Midsummer, not in the way of, disturbing, but then again, it was kind of disturbing.
It's a movie that makes you just keep
It's a little disturbing sometimes, Lighthouse. Yeah, it's one of those very strange movies, but there's something about it that I kind of like and respect, especially in the art, so... I guess I'd recommend it, but, I have a feeling a lot of people won't like it, so...
If you're a type of movie watcher that you like to watch interesting,
you would like it.
If you ever seen Swiss Army Man, that's a weird, artsy, interesting movie. So
Drive with Ryan Gosling, which I really like.
That's another artsy. So yeah, again, Lighthouse is an artsy movie.
It's got some disturbing stuff in this too, but it's really good. So. We'll see what the trailer looks like and everything for Northman.
Yeah, so when the first trailer comes out for Northman, we will post it for sure.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yes. Next piece of news: Enola Holmes 2, with Millie Bobby Brown and Henry Cavill, set at Netflix. So Enola Holmes is getting a sequel. So Enola Holmes 2. will be coming out on Netflix, and Millie Bobby Brown reprising her role, as well as Henry Cavill. So, the Holmes movie.
Yeah.
Sequel! It was an alright movie.
it was an alright movie.
And it was like, it was a solid watch, but nothing like...
Oh my god.
Yeah. And
that's not bad.
I could see it getting a sequel. Like, it's one of those things, Yeah. Alright. That's my take on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, next big piece of news. So, Aubrey Plaza and Danny DeVito to lead in animated FXX horror series Little Demons. So, we all know who Aubrey Plaza is from Parks and Rec and all the other movies she's done. Was it To-Do List?
Parks and Rec, To-Do List, Funny People.
Yeah.
She's been in a ton. That's why I can't.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
And then also Danny DeVito. Come on.
We all know Danny DeVito.
I love how he's reprising in voice acting again. Yeah.
I love Danny DeVito.
Don't forget, he's in Hercules. He plays Phil.
And
what else?
Space Jam.
Oh, he was in Space Jam. Lovely.
Lovely.
Yes.
Not expecting that word to come out.
But yeah, he has done a lot of good voice work.
Danny DeVito's the man.
I'm excited, and he's still sticking with FX. So It's Always Sunny's on that network.
Right.
So I like the combination of these two, and it should be an interesting show.
Yeah.
I'm always a fan of like raunchy cartoons, like come on, Rick and Morty, Archer. I got over Family Guy, but it used to be good. Mm-hmm. South Park.
Mm-hmm.
So some solid shows right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now the next three pieces of news, we say goodbye to some solid TV shows. So Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the final season, will be airing after the Olympics in this summer. So in August, the final season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Goodbye, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
And it'll have 10 episodes.
It'll have 10 episodes. I believe it's on NBC.
Yes.
And yeah. So, Andy
this was announced before that they were doing a final season. This is just confirmed when it's coming out.
It's coming out at the end of this summer, so in August after the Olympics. So, be on the lookout for that if you're a Brooklyn Nine-Nine fan. Next show that will be leaving, so Blackish, after 8 years on ABC, they will be ending the show. We all know I'm sorry. Why am I blanking on his name right now? Why am I blanking on his name?
Don't look at me.
Oh,
I know it's Anthony something.
Yeah, it's Anthony. I was about to say Mackie.
Don't say it.
Oh, man.
Keep talking. I'll get you in a second.
So, yes.
I'm going to be so mad when I forget his name.
8 years of Blackish on Blackish on ABC finally coming to
Anthony Anderson. Jeez.
Anthony Anderson. Thank you. Yes, the show with Anthony Anderson. So, yeah.
I'm upset I couldn't figure that out right
now. I knew it was Anthony something.
Yeah. He's awesome. I love Anthony.
Yeah, he also hosts the show. Why am I? To Tell the Truth. There we go. Tell the Truth. So, yeah. Goodbye to Blackish.
Never saw it. Heard it's a great show.
It's entertaining. It's one of those shows like with the Goldbergs. I've never watched start to finish.
But if it's on, you'll watch it.
If it's on, I'll watch it. But you don't need to watch it start to finish. Of course, there's gonna be some episodes you might need to watch that previous episode. But in general, you don't need to watch start to finish. So yeah, I've always watched it when it was on. And then last but not least, the last show we say goodbye to. This Is Us is ending with season 6 on NBC. So the very tear-jerking drama series This Is Us is coming to an end after 6 seasons. It's a good show. Definitely, it hit the ground running when it first came out. That first season, their ratings skyrocket. I watched the first 3 seasons of the show. It's a show I could tell once they answered some of the things that they were building up towards, it kind of that was it. I don't want to say that was it, but
I know what you're saying.
But I feel like there wasn't good planning with what are we gonna do after that?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's where I lost my interest. After we found out how the father dies, I was just okay. That's all my cool. And they have other things going on in the show, other big drama, because all the characters, it's a very interesting life with all of them, and they all have their own problems. But yeah, it's just I lost a little interest after that. So because they built it up so well,
right,
and then once they answer the question, you're just like, oh, cool, done. So. Again, I'm glad they're ending in season 6 and not trying to expand it. They ran their course very good. Hey, on for 6 years. That's impressive right there.
Especially that I don't think that once they were on NBC, the first season, that NBC even thought it would be this big. I'm pretty sure that they only had a 4-episode thing or something like that.
Something like
and
that.
And then, I'm not positive, but I think it was like that, and then it got so big, they're like, obviously, keep going.
It got its pilot, and then probably the first, they gave it maybe 5 or 6 episodes, but then it hit so well, they just all right, let's do it. Let's do it. So, yeah, it's another show we say goodbye to. Thank you for your hard work and your devotion and entertaining us and making us cry. And this show making us cry. The other two made us laugh.
Right.
But they maybe made us laugh that we cried. But either way, I guess we all cried. So, that is all for the news for today, and that is also the end of this episode.
Remember to follow us on Instagram at Steven Centrella, on Twitter at Thorndale Talk, our official Twitter page, at Kibbles312 and at Steven Centrella, and our...
What?
You're doing some weird... Okay. And our Facebook page, Thorndale Theater Talk, and to follow and to like, subscribe, and comment on our YouTube channel, Thorndale Theater Talk. We like comments. We also like clicking a button to subscribe and like. It's very quick. You won't hear that though, so you won't get annoyed, but it's just, click of a button.
Click of a button.
Click of the button.
Yeah.
And remember to listen to us every Tuesday on podcast streaming services like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Breaker. See you next week.